Hey, it says I'm live. Hey, folks, how you doing? I threatened you at the beginning of the week that I might jump on your live, and there you are. You're in my maps. And folks, I left Salt Lake City this morning. Well, actually, I left about noon or so, about noon, maybe 1 o'clock. But I finished up the training with the Marine Retailers Association. Now I'm qualified to teach the dealers with the Marine Retailers Association. We'll be starting that up like in the next month or so. Looking really forward to that. They've got a great program. You know, I have my own training program for Power Sport Academy. And I'll just tell you, I'm not going to say there's a lot of similarities. They do like whole level training with the MRAA. It's a hoot. There's a lot of really good quality content in there. And, you know, I've got good content with the Power Sport Academy. And I think being able to work in both areas is just going to make me that much sharper in working with both the marine dealers and the power sports dealers. So I'm super stoked. I think it's a great deal. And obviously they know about my Power Sport Academy and all that stuff too, or else they wouldn't have brought me on. So I'm super stoked. It's a really, really good relationship. I think it's going to work out really well. I feel really positive about it. The other thing was I turned this trip into an adventure. So the last time I went live, I was driving up the highway towards Provo, Utah. And when I got to Provo, it was so stinking beautiful. Like, I'm taking pictures out the window, I'm texting my wife, I'm doing all the things people aren't supposed to do. And I'm just, you know, having a good time. I'm stoked to be there. And set this up as a camper truck so that I could enjoy the trip. Right? So there's people that, you know, airplane, hotel, rental car, restaurants, all of that. To them, that's business travel. To them, that's getting the job done. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I did that for years, and it ate at me. I love going places, and I love seeing things, and I love meeting people, and I love experiencing new cultures. That part was awesome. And by the way, if you put in comments today, I'll answer them later. I don't want to read and answer comments while I'm driving. But for this trip, I packed the mountain bike in here. So I got the mountain bike, I got camping equipment, I got the camper on the back. Like, I'm gone. So when I get to Provo, and it's like a picture postcard, I mean, the mountains were unbelievable looking. I know that there might be some people watching this that have seen Utah before, and they're going, dude, it's Utah. But for me, I was like, this is amazing. So I decided, instead of going all the way to Salt Lake City on the first night, I'm going to stop at Provo. So I start pulling up to Provo, and I look things up on iOverlander, which is an app that tells you where to park or where to go camping, things like that. So I looked up iOverlander, and it says there's this place called Salamander Camp up a mountain. Okay, I go to pull in. You can buy a 3-day pass in Utah for their parks for $12. You can camp on that pass. So I bought the pass for 3 days because I didn't know whether I was going to go up and down the highway and go back to Provo or not. So I bought the 3-day pass for $12, drove up to like where the snow caps were, and I camped. Folks, I ended up going on like a 3-hour hike. It was amazing. So it reminded me of Colorado a lot because there were aspen trees and pine trees, aspen trees, trails. The streams were all overflowing. So it was like white water, waterfalls and streams and just crazy stuff. And it was phenomenal. You're watching this and you're saying, why does Kurt make everything phenomenal? Why is everything fun? Why is everything over the top? Why is everything epic? Well, it was just amazing because I'm thinking to myself, what would the Kurt of 10 years ago have done? I would have flown in last minute. I would have gotten a shuttle to the hotel. You know, I would have gotten an Uber to the training center. I would have had whatever food they wanted to provide. Like, when you leave everything up to the demands of corporate, you don't get to live the way that you want to live. And when you can take your mountain bike and your camping gear and just disappear for a day, that's freaking cool. And then I got up, I went to Planet Fitness in the morning, I got my workout on, I went to Dutch Brothers Coffee, got some coffee, right? I showed up to training on time, fresh as a daisy, clean clothes, deodorant, the whole deal. Looking at shaking like crazy. So there's nothing that says you can't work and be professional and have fun. So the next night, I thought, well, do I want to go up a mountain again, or do I want to do something different? So I decided to go and camp right on Salt Lake. So I camped right on the lake. It was awesome. So I camped on the lake, hot showers, everything there. Boom, back at training the next day. This is going great, right? So I go back to training the next day. We train the whole day. We go out for dinner together. I really enjoy my coworkers. Everything was great. But you know what? When you camp and you mountain bike and you disconnect from people for a little bit, it gives you that space. It gives you that peace and tranquility that you need when you're doing a 3-day binger with people, right? So I was like, hey, I'm going to run off and find another spot. So this time I decided to go further west. So I went pretty much around the horn of the Great Salt Lake, and I ended up at the base of a foothill. It's kind of like a former gravel pit kind of a place. And the description wasn't all that great. Like, I was like, I think this place is going to suck. I got there, and there was greenery everywhere. There was shrubbery everywhere. And there was nobody else there. I had the whole place to myself. So, you know, I camped, mountain bike, trails, everything's there. Get up in the morning, nice bowl of cereal. I was going to head to the gym, work out, get another shower in. As I'm pulling out, I see this thing. It looks like a deer, but not really a deer, prancing around. And I'm just thinking to myself, thank you, God. Thanks for bringing this to me today. This is the magical start that I needed. So now I'm driving back to California. I just crossed the California state line. I just drove by Lake Tahoe, and it's getting dark, so that's why I'm going live now, because I'm driving into a beautiful sunset. And I'm going to head to Monterey. I'm going to go to Monterey and Carmel and see some friends, work with some people, and figure out, you know, do I want to stay up here for a little bit longer? Do I want to go home? Do I want to head back south more quickly? You know, I just got to figure out what I want to do. But this trip has been an adventure. And to make it more of an adventure, remember, the mountain bike is with me. So for me, I absolutely plan. Like up in Monterey, I remember up there they have, I can't remember the name of it now, the Sea Otter. Is the Sea Otter Classic, right? The Sea Otter Classic is up by Laguna Seca. Laguna Seca is in Monterey. Like, duh. So there's awesome mountain biking up there. And so I plan on breaking the mountain bike out. You know, it'll either be later tomorrow or Sunday. You know what? Let's throw the challenge out here live. Hit me up on not Facebook Messenger, because Facebook Messenger is not on my phone. But if you want to hook up and go mountain biking, if you live in that area, you want to go mountain biking and hook up with me, do that. Hit me on LinkedIn Messenger, because I don't come to my phone. So LinkedIn Messenger, or if you go to the Mañana No Mas website and you put in, go to the contact page and send me a message through that, I'll get an email ping. And that'll tell me that you want to meet up and go mountain biking. If that's something you want to do? You think it'd be cool to meet in person and do that? I'm totally down. And what's cool is I don't have a time restriction. So if you pick something cool, we just go do something cool. All right? It's getting dark. I'm going to get back to driving, because that's an important thing to do. And I will talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.